before announcing the 2020-25 Citizen of the Year, would you join me in welcoming Colonel Alexander Lopez, Maneuver Support Center of Excellence in Fort Leonard Wood, Deputy Commanding Officer, to share a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. To the Chamber of Commerce, to our mayors of St. Robert and Waynesville, to the State Representative Hardwick and Matthew, and to all the community leaders and esteemed guests gathered here tonight. Thank you for the honor of inviting Sergeant Major and I to partake in this evening, and thank you for allowing me to speak tonight. On behalf of General Beck, the Maneuver Support Center of Excellence, and the entire Fort Leonard Wood community, it's truly a privilege to be here. And I can really feel the incredible energy through the clapping and recognizing all our honorees. We've just heard from remarkable individuals nominated for the Citizen of the Year. As you listen to their accomplishments, I'm sure you felt the same sense of pride that I did. These nominees, and indeed all the awardees tonight, embody the very spirit of service that we in the military hold so dear. The strength of our nation doesn't just come from the uniform or the military might. It comes from the hearts of our communities. And the heart of this community is beating strong, having been here now for over 18 months. We celebrate the generosity of the Charitable Business of the Year, the selfless impact of the Community Nonprofit of the Year, the dedication of the Educator of the Year, and the vital connections forged by our ambassadors and the Ambassador of the Year. Each of these honorees demonstrated the service not defined by their uniform, but by the commitment to others. It's a commitment we see every day in the partnership between Fort Leonard Wood and the towns of St. Robert and Waynesville. You don't just welcome us, you make us part of your family. You're true partners in every sense of the word. Now, we await the announcement of the Citizen of the Year. While only one person will receive the award, the character, the dedication, and the leadership represented by all the nominees here tonight are what truly define this community. They set the standard for all of us. So on behalf of the soldiers, the civilians and families of the Maneuver Support Center of Excellence, a heartfelt congratulations to all the honorees and all the nominees. Thank you for your leadership, your service, and everything you do day in and day out to make this place what we all like to call home. Thank you.
This time, join me in welcoming Mayor James Breckenridge from the city of St. Robert.
All right, thank you. Good evening. I do have a few prepared remarks. I want to stay on track because I know I got 5 minutes and Marianne has the bell. You know me, I always get the bell rung, so I'm going to stick on schedule. But real quick before you start the timer, Marianne, Jared must have stepped out. My daughter says hello. My daughter is getting ready to graduate from the University of Missouri with her master's degree this May, and Jared was her band instructor. She says hello, and she looks forward to seeing you because she accepted a job today on Fort Leonard Wood, and so pretty excited she'll be coming back to our community. It's truly an honor for me to be here tonight for the 2026 Leadership and Awards Banquet hosted by the Chamber of Commerce. I'm proud to represent the city of St. Robert at this event that celebrates the very, very best of our community. Before we talk about awards, I want to recognize someone who has been the heart of this event for 2 decades, Cecilia Murray. For over 20 years, Cecilia has poured her time, energy, leadership, and heart into making this banquet happen year after year. These events do not organize themselves. They do not decorate themselves. They do not coordinate sponsors, seating charts, timelines, or details by accident. They happen because someone cares enough, like you, to make it happen. And Cecilia has deeply cared about this chamber, about this community, and about the people in this room. Tonight marks her final banquet, and that is significant. Cecilia, on behalf of the entire community, thank you for your leadership and dedication over the years. Please join me in a huge round of applause for Cecilia Marie, please. You deserve that and much more. Now, while Cecilia has been the driving force, she has never done it alone. I had the privilege of serving as an ambassador for nearly 3 years, and I remember working this event, showing up at 4, setting up tables, adjusting decorations, moving chairs 2 inches to the left because Cecilia wanted everything perfect. That part was only a joke. And then at the end of the night, tearing it all down. What you see tonight is the result of an incredible team effort. The ambassadors, the volunteers, the chamber staff, and all those behind the scenes who give their time without asking for recognition. To the ambassadors and volunteers who made tonight possible, thank you. This event reflects your hard work and commitment to excellence. Now let me turn to the reason we are here tonight. As you know, the nominees and the award recipients for the awards that were here tonight. And of course, highlighting the most important one that's coming up here soon. Well, not the most important, but the highlight is the Citizen of the Year. These awards represent service, they represent leadership, they represent people who quietly show up day after day and make a difference. And no matter the outcome tonight, every single nominee in this room is already a leader in this community. You do not get nominated by accident. You get nominated because someone noticed. Someone saw your impact. Someone saw your sacrifice. Someone saw your leadership. And that's what makes our community so special. It is the people. It is the business owners who give back tirelessly to our events in the community. It is to the nonprofits who don't do it for fanfare, they just do it because of their love. It is the educators who shape the next generation. It is the volunteers who work behind the scenes to those folks out there. And it is every day to the citizens who care about this community. I can tell you personally, this is one of the reasons I chose to retire in this area. Because of you, the people. Because of the sense of community. Because when something needs to get done, people here do not wait for someone, they just step in and do it. And that is powerful. And that is worth celebrating. And tonight is not about trophies or plaques. It is about gratitude. It is about recognizing that leadership is not about titles. It is about service. It is about consistency. It's about showing up. And this room is filled with people who show up. So to every nominee, every recipient, every volunteer, every ambassador, and to Cecilia for over 2 decades of steady leadership, thank you. Thank you for making this region stronger, for investing in our future, for providing to this community, and congratulations tonight to all of their honorees. And thank you for everyone in the community. Good night.
Let's welcome Mayor Sean Wilson from the city of Waynesville.
I wrote a 1-minute speech, so hopefully I don't go over. What I want to say is we heard some powerful speeches tonight so far in recognition of our volunteers in the community. Of course, it's always a pleasure to be here to share and honor them. And I want to just talk about 2 things tonight, and I may not even read it, but it's 2 things: sacrifice and investment. And there's one thing that actually connects both of those, and it's cost. And one of the things I want us to remember tonight is it always costs us to invest. But what we're investing into our next generation. We invest in our communities with our time. But depending on where we are in our life, we are making that sacrifice as well. That sacrifice has not gone unnoticed, and that's why we have the volunteers and those that are being recognized on this evening is because of the sacrifice. For every nonprofit, for every business, for every individual, seen and unseen, your sacrifice is noticed. It's noticed by the people that receive that sacrifice. Many years ago, or I don't say many years, all the time, a lot of times I give things away free. I give away classes for free. I give away information for free. When I say for free, it's not that it doesn't have a value. It has great value. The thing is, it costs you to give those things away. It costs us all to give the things that we have away. A lot of times in our society, we look at something that's free and we say, oh, it doesn't have value. But it has value because somebody paid the cost. Someone gave up their time. Someone has given up their dime. Try to rhyme. I'm still doing it. But the thing is we have to understand something. Everything costs. There is absolutely nothing in this world that is free. Somebody has given it up for you. Someone has gave it up for me. Whether we look at our military that put their life on the line for our nation in defending our Constitution and our freedom, for our law enforcement and our first responders, the hours that they spend, even to our linemen. For those that know, those are our electric department, and they go out and they do things when we're asleep for us, and that's sacrifice. You may be like, well, they're getting paid, but their children aren't. Those birthdays they miss, that's part of the sacrifice. So the sacrifice is a lot more than just, it has to deal with money. It has to do with investment and what we care about. So that's why I want to talk about investment. Everyone here is an investment. And we're not talking about stocks, we're not talking about bonds or your portfolio or anything like that. We're talking about what you give to someone else to see them grow. And the return is what we see tonight. We see people being nominated for the great things that they do in our community. We see the recognition and bringing people together to celebrate that. Although they may not have done it for that reason. But it's no other reason that we're here but to honor those who have invested and sacrificed their time and their talents for the good of our community. So with that being said, I want to say thank you for the investment, for every person that was nominated, and those that are sitting in the seat that have never been nominated. Your investment is not void, right? Your investment is important. Even if it was but one person that received it, it's important. So thank you for your time, and everyone that has been investing and continue to invest in our community. There's still plenty of opportunities to invest and volunteer. But I want to say thank you and congratulations for all of those that continue to contribute to our community and its growth.
We have some incredible leaders in this community, do we not? Thank you for what you are doing, for pushing us just a little bit more each time to be better. And now, we have, before we get to the Citizen of the Year, we have former Distinguished Past Citizen of the Year award winners present tonight that we want to recognize. This is years of service to our community. Past Citizen of the Year for 1993, Keith Pritchard. Past Citizen of the Year for 2003, Twyla Cordry. Past Citizen of the Year for 2009, Kimberly Fury. Past Citizen of the Year for 2021, Sean Wilson. Past Citizen of the Year for 2022, Luge Hardman. And Past Citizen of the Year for 2024, Cynthia M. Thank you for your continued contributions to our community. 2018, Rick Morris. Thank you. Didn't miss anyone, did we? Thank you. Very good. And now, the 2025 Citizen of the Year. Laura Shapoistra.
Before she got on her cruise ship, she sent me She wanted to say thank you from the bottom of her heart for honoring her tonight for Citizen of the Year award. She's truly overwhelmed with gratitude. First and foremost, she wants to thank and give all the praise and thanks to God for blessing her with the gift of this wonderful community. A place where she's been able to find a purpose, where she belongs, and she has a chance to make a difference. She also wants to give thanks to her husband, Terry, who often says he did not volunteer for any of this. But my mom says that he did whenever he married her. And she wants to thank him every day. And to her amazing daughter, me, Tyler, who is here representing tonight. While she is sailing through the Caribbean. Sorry, not sorry. And to my wonderful sons, Mason and Logan, who could not be here tonight. Thank you for patience, love, and putting up with their crazy mom. To my employer, MIB Bank Services, LLC, and my boss, Holly House, thank you for understanding and giving me space in order to serve my community. To my friends and fellow volunteers who inspire me constantly, none of this happens alone. Everything that is connected to her name is really the result of a whole lot of teamwork. I want to recognize where the love of service first started, my family. My parents and siblings set the example early by volunteering and showing up when others need it. My mom and sister were always cooking meals and stepping in whenever help was needed. And thanks to my sister, I can now make cinnamon rolls, which I find a vital key life skill. And to my father, who volunteered his time almost every Friday night for 33 years as deputy for Pulaski County Sheriff's Department. And my brother carries on the tradition today, editing incident reports. I am incredibly proud of all of them. Being surrounded by people who give back makes service feel less like an obligation and more like a way of life. I'm truly honored to be nominated alongside Jax. She has given so much to this community, pouring her heart and soul into every effort. She is an incredibly talented person whose kindness and dedication inspires us all. Jax is truly an extraordinary person, and I can't think of anyone more deserving of this award. When I first heard that Teresa wanted to nominate me, my reaction was, "Are you sure?" I've really never thought of what I do as anything special. I've just tried to do what anyone in this room would do. Show up and help when it's needed. This community means everything to me. It's where I was raised, where friendships were made, hours were spent on the bleachers, and where people look out for one another. Right, Luge? And that's where our community shines brightest. If there's one thing I've learned in this community, it's not about the grand gestures. It's about consistency. It's about caring. It's about doing small things with a whole lot of love over and over again. Thank you for this incredible honor. I accept it not just for myself, but for everyone who believes in the community and proves it every single day. I'm proud to be a part, and thank you for believing in me.